From Lalate News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on Lalate.
It's Monday, March 8, 2021, and it's Noontime Lalate. Wall Street is euphoric as it trades up nearly 600 points but pulls back to 600 points on the passage of your $1,400 third stimulus check bill. Your $1,400 third stimulus package bill passed the Senate on Saturday. It will pass the House tomorrow. It will be signed by the President of the United States tomorrow. And the checks will be going out later this week. The President has confirmed minutes ago he will have a primetime address Thursday. And the push is already underway for fourth stimulus to have reoccurring monthly stimulus checks as well. For now, a nation awaits the arrival of this stimulus check in their bank account later this week. The Dow and NASDAQ are reacting to the news. From Santa Monica to across the land, I have all the great financial news for you this Monday afternoon as the next leading financial news show gets underway with the first hour of Noontime Lalate starting right now. Wall Street is euphoric as the passage of your $1,400 third stimulus check bill happened Saturday morning. Today, the first trading day since that news, shows Wall Street surging up 400 points now. It was up 700 points earlier. NASDAQ is actually going into the negative region. Meantime, minutes ago, the president announced he will be addressing the country on Thursday night in prime time to talk about the arrival of that third stimulus check. And I have big, exciting, great news about more money that you're getting under the third stimulus package than you ever knew before. Yes, a lot more money. I have all the deal provisions. I have all the incredible, great news. I'm so excited for you. How are you? It's Noontime Lalate. Congratulations, you're getting a $1,400 third stimulus check in your pocket. The $1,400 stimulus check will be passed by the House tomorrow, signed into law by the president tomorrow, and then the checks will go out this week. You'll start receiving the checks as early as the end of this week. Done. Congratulations, you're finally getting it. Now, there's actually bigger news than even that. Under the third stimulus check package, the third one, you will get upwards of about $5,000 if you're a viewer of this channel and make less than $49,000. I'll go over those details in a second. Meantime, if you're a business owner, you can get fortunes in grants. I'll have all that detail on the business lunch show coming up in 20 minutes from now. Stay with me. The video coming up right after this is business lunch. Big money, Uber, Lyft, Grubhub, Airbnb. Stay with me. I'm so excited for you. That's coming up then. And then at the top of the hour, I'm back with the big updates about SSI and SSDI, and then our standalone show about SSI and SSDI. But I got more money. I got more money for you right now. Hit that subscribe button this minute. You don't want to miss a minute of the breaking, developing news from Wall Street to Main Street because I'm getting you a lot of money. 2021 is a great year, and I'm going to show you the details right now. Who's in the room? There is a nice dancing bear from King Reno. Thank you, King Reno, for the dancing pair. And I see Susan and Team Angel and Jenny and Charlotte and Gunnar. And there's Crystal. And then there is Kian. And then there's Claire. And there's Susan. Really exciting news. Charlotte, how are you? Let me go over the details. You're getting a $1,400 stimulus check. And that $1,400 stimulus check is for individuals, for children, for adult dependents. If you are a dependent on someone else's tax return, they will get your stimulus check for you. Income levels are unchanged. You must have a Social Security number to get the stimulus check. It will track your income as you put on your most recent tax return. So if you did a 2020 return already, it'll be based upon that tax return. If you did a 2019 tax return as your last one, it will track that tax return. Someone in the comments, thank you, brother Joshua, for the dancing pear. Someone in the comments just a second ago said, I do this and we do that every few years. It's going off the most recent tax return the IRS has. Meantime, if you're missing a first or second stimulus check, request it on line 30 of your Form 1040. File it ASAP. Now, there's so much exciting, great news that you're just hearing today. Some of it you heard late yesterday on this channel. Let me tell you the first one. The Senate bill has 1, 2, 3 slight modifications than the House bill. The first one's the phase-out stimulus check, meaning the check phases out at $80,000, not $100,000. Doesn't really apply to most viewers of this channel. Next is the bill has a insanely great provision about student loan debt forgiveness. You're hearing this for the very first time today on this channel. Congratulations. This is $10,000 I'm saving you. Or your Senate's saving you. Let me tell you what this is. The bill does not forgive student loan debt. It does not. But the bill says that if the federal government does at some time forgive student loan debt, standalone bill already in the Senate for that, of course, then you won't have to pay taxes on the forgiveness. Most viewers have never heard of this before because this is an absolute, shockingly horrible liability you would be hit with. You would not know until this recording. If you have $50,000 of student loan debt and eventually later this year or sometime this summer, the federal government forgives it, guess what? If you're at the second lowest tax bracket, 24%, you'll have to pay $11,000 to the IRS. Yes, even when a debt is forgiven, you have to pay the tax on the forgiveness. And if you're at a 40% tax bracket, you would have to pay $20,000 to the IRS. You don't have $20,000 sitting around. You don't have $20,000 sitting around to pay the IRS. Well, the bill this Saturday said we're going to take it out. We're not going to have you pay the IRS if we forgive your student loan debt. This is huge. This is $10,000 to $20,000. I am just revealing to you. You can't miss this. This is a $20,000 shocker. You don't want to be paying $20,000 and then finding out, oh, I didn't watch Lalate, I didn't subscribe. I didn't realize I would not have to pay that $10,000. Number one. Number two, guess what? When this is signed into law tomorrow, your first $10,200 of unemployment benefits you received last year is tax-free. Whatever PUA, UI, FPUC you received last year, the first $10,200 is tax-free. Yes, you're going to have to file an amended tax return. There's 1,000 reasons why you may have to. One, you had your unemployment department take out for taxes every week starting from day one when you started claim in March of last year. They took out every week for FPUC. They took out for UI. Let's say they took out the wrong tax bracket or they took out at a higher tax bracket. I don't care what they took out. It's now tax-free. Number two, let's say that you did not have them take out for it and you just filed a tax return and you paid on the taxes on it because remember, UI, FPUC, PUA are all taxable. Guess what? $10,200 is now tax-free. Yes, I just got you another $10,200 of unemployment benefits are now tax-free from 2020. The first 2020, if you had less than $150,000 of income in that year. Lord, you can't miss anything. If you have not hit that subscribe button right now, it is free to subscribe. But it's costly to miss $10,000 to $20,000 of mistakes like this. Your PUA will be now 79 weeks instead of 50 weeks. Your PEUC, which refers to UI, will now be 53 weeks instead of 24 weeks. Okay, here is super, super detailed information. Your FPUC will not be counted as income, not be counted as income for Medicare, SNAP, or children's health insurance. Your $100 a week called the Mixed Earner Supplement will be counted for it. I got more exciting, great news. I'm so excited for you. Who is in the room? There's King Reno. Is PUC getting extended? Yes, PUC is now 53 weeks, previously 24 weeks. Thank you for that great question. Impact and Eagles. Can we do the amended return as soon as the bill is signed? I would. I would wait till the day it becomes signed, and then absolutely, if you overpaid on your unemployment, you better get ready. Now, ultimately, you have to consult with a tax preparer. I'm not a tax preparer for you, but you, as a member of this channel, need to absolutely do what's needed, and you shouldn't be paying for something you don't have to pay for it. I love seeing you. So excited, LA. Makes me feel young again. Thank you, Tim. I really appreciate that. Precious Miller, how are you? Belinda, is there a business grant to start? Biden says there is. I've had problems finding it. Susan, join me for that business show coming up in 20 minutes. There's Susan, there's Robert, there's Darnielle, there's Diane. I thought the FPUC was for 2021. It is not, Phaedry. It is not. It is for 2020. It's for 2020. Ultimately, you got to consult a tax preparer. Next, COBRA benefits. COBRA benefits are very big. COBRA benefits will now be paid by the federal government from April 1st to September 30th. All premiums. Number two, now your premiums will cost no more than 8.5% of your modified adjusted gross income. Wow. Okay, what else is there exciting details across the board? Number one, children 5 to newborn will get a $5,000 stimulus check. It will work as the following. Their $14 stimulus check will come with yours, and then they'll get $300 a month starting the month of July per child, 5 to newborn. Ages 17 to 6 will get $4,400 of stimulus checks. They will get $1,400 with yours, and then $3,000 paid, $250 a month starting the month of July. What do you have to do to get that? Viewers asked. Nothing. Provided the IRS knows the child exists, number one, and that you meet the same income qualifications as a stimulus check, because it's still the same amount. It's $75,000 or less for a single parent, or $150,000 for a married couple. Very, very easy, breezy. Now, this is also great news, is that if you make more than that, let's say you make a single parent $90,000, you can still get some of this money. It'll just be slowly reduced. It's phased down. Hazard pay. Hazard pay for 19-year-olds and over can get $1,502 as if they made less than $25,000 due to the pandemic. Let's turn to homeowners. Oh my goodness, this is really exciting. Homeowners will get not just mortgage assistance for privately held mortgages, but will also get help with utility bills and other housing costs. Wow, congratulations. Then there's about $100 million for housing counseling. And then for rental. A lot of people had told you have to be behind on your rent bill, you have to be behind on this. Well, the bill says if you've suffered a financial hardship, then you qualify for rent assistance. Congratulations. Now remember, the eviction moratorium is expiring the end of this month. It may get extended by executive order, but the moment it's expired at the end of this month, you don't want to miss it. Who else is in the room? There is Jennifer, there's Sally, there is Debbie, and there is Mary and Diane. Anywhere on the student loan debt forgiveness. It's still a standalone bill in the Senate, has not been called for a vote, but now you have that incredibly great provision of the third stimulus package that if it becomes law, Jeremy, you won't have to pay taxes. Remember, if they forgive $50,000 of your student loan debt and your tax bracket is the lowest one on the market, you will have to pay $11,000 to the IRS, even if they forget for the forgiveness of the loan. That was before Saturday. Now you don't Have to. There's Shirley and there's Robbie, there's Jacqueline, there's Mark, there's High Priestess, there's Sally. Love what you're doing for us, LA. Thank you, Sally. Love the hearts and the smiley face. There's Lucinda and Shirley. There's King Reno. We have a big loving family. We do. We have so much love in this room. There is a lot of love here. And if you're just tuning in, as one viewer just said, don't worry, because I'm here for 6 hours today. I'm here for 6 hours today, and guess what? I'm coming back in just 60 seconds, but first, here's a little bit more about today's programming schedule. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Daily for the excitement of the new LA Live Daily. The excitement starts on mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late.
From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LA Late.
The day started with really confusing news as Wall Street got a confusing report out of a leading bank that said it thought that full reemployment of the U.S. government, of the U.S. country and its citizens would be reached by the end of this year. Now, no one else has said this. Let me explain what's going on. This impacts your fourth stimulus and your fifth stimulus. There's going to be a fourth stimulus package. It's when we're reopening the country. The president's not going to talk about this week because he wants to do the victory lap about the third stimulus package. But the fourth stimulus package is the reopening of the country stimulus package. When is that? It's in May. It's not in July because we're reopening 2 months earlier. Okay, you got that. How about the fifth stimulus package? Well, Janet Yellen, his Treasury Secretary, appeared on broadcast news this morning and said, you know what? I don't really think that's going to happen, inflation. We had a 3.5% unemployment rate before the pandemic, and there was no sign of inflation increasing. She's basically using a 3.5% unemployment number to gauge where stimulus would basically stop. We're currently at 6.1, so we're not close to 3.1. But a Goldman Sachs report today says it thinks that we will be at not 3.5, but 4.1, very close, by the end of this year because of a massive hiring boom because of reopening of leisure hospitality especially. True or false? I don't agree with the Goldman Sachs report. The Goldman Sachs report basically says we will add far more jobs than we've ever seen. We would have to add 500,000 jobs per month over 16 months to be back to full reemployment. There's 8 million jobs missing, and we're adding 300,000 a month. We'd have to add 500,000 for 16 months to be back to normal. They're saying we'll be back to normal in just about 7 months from now. What, are we going to add 900,000 jobs a month? I don't see where that number's coming from. Treasury yields don't agree on the number either. Treasury yields give you an indication of where stimulus is going. Treasury yields, of course, last year were 1%. They went to 1.5 last week, and then they hit 1.613 at the moment. but Treasury yields are relatively calm at the moment. If we saw that we're going to be back to full reemployment in just 5 months, 6 months, then you would see Treasury yields at 1.95%, says J.C. O'Hara. Again, you would see Treasury yields at 2%, 1.95%. If we were back to normal later this year, Treasury yields are only at 1.6, usually at 1.58 the last two days. So I don't agree with this report. I don't think Janet Yellen agrees with this report. Bottom line translation for you is you're getting a fourth stimulus package, and by all accounts, you're going to get a fifth. Now, this is another breaking development. I saw in a new report just minutes ago, just seconds ago, a new report hit Politico that said that Joe Biden's passing of this $1.9 trillion stimulus package with a Democratic Senate of only 50 Democrats was a better job that he did than Bill Clinton or Obama did. They said that if you look at Obama and Clinton's first years in office, where they had far more than 50 Democratic senators, they had massive opposition from Democrats to their packages. Biden got all 50 of 50 Democrats to sign on to the bill on Saturday by making very moderate, de minimis changes to the bill. They're so de minimis that I even tell you the PDF you have now is almost really the same. It's just a $10,200 of your unemployment for 2020. Your first $10,200 is tax free if you made less than $150,000, and that if the student loan debt is forgiven by this country later this year, you won't have to pay taxes on it. I mean, that's basically the same bill. So it's basically saying the president did really well, or Chuck Schumer, I would really say. It was not the president, it was Chuck Schumer who did it. But what does this mean for forced stimulus? It means that you would have to have the same situation again, and you're not getting it. Democrats have now stepped forward and say, when you're doing the forced stimulus package in May, we're demanding reoccurring stimulus checks. Reoccurring stimulus checks every month. How much, we don't know. They wouldn't tell us. But it presumably would be $1,400 to $2,000 every single month. Item number one, 11 Democratic senators. Item number two, Ron Wyden, who you're looking at right now, says that he would support getting that unpaid FPUC from July to December of last year of $12,000. It was 20 weeks at $600 to you if you get more Democrats behind it. And item number three, they can still put the SSI and SSDI in the fourth stimulus package as well. But what about other stuff? And who's in the room? There is Angel, and there's Ann Mudrugger, and there's Donald. There's Robert Jonas and Crystal and Crayola. And there is Helen Capone and Donald Bagley. I'm really excited for you. Why am I also excited for you? Because in just 5 minutes from now, I'm back with business grants. If you notice, I did not mention something in the third stimulus package during this recording. It's the business grants. It's literally 3 pages to go over. In the video right after this is our business lunch show, in which I show you business grants you can get right now, business loans you can get right now, and business grants and loans that are coming up under the third stimulus package. If you want moolah, and you're not sirloin, join me on Business Lunch, coming up right after this show in just 5 minutes. I'm really excited for you. Stay with me, and then I'm back at the top of the hour as Noontime Lalate stays with you for 2 hours. Are you excited? You better join me. I can't wait to see you as Business Lunch kicks underway right now.